mean, if you are, and I think a lot of us are like sort of earnestly concerned. I think the word you used was balkanization, but the notion that these divisions of the country are getting kind of deeper and more dangerous. I watch your show, and I think, and maybe I'm wrong, but that your audience enjoys it when you kind of pour gasoline on those fires, not when you try to put them out. And I wonder, like, the nature of cable news ratings.
It's so funny.
But hold on. I wonder if the nature of cable, of the sort of ratings-driven business of cable news in general, of yours in particular. I mean this seriously. Basically makes it impossible to do anything else.
I love this. I've been in TV for 27 years. I don't know how to read a ratings chart. Ask anyone who works for me or has worked with me. I never look at the ratings. I'm not in the ratings email. I'm not even on email.
But you're in the ratings business, fundamentally.
I don't know what my ratings are, and I mean that. You may not believe me. I don't own a TV. That's true. So I'm actually never thinking about ratings.
You know what your audience likes.
Can I just finish my answer? I love it's to point out what the people in charge who have all the power, whose water you carry, are doing wrong. That's pouring gasoline on the fire. It used to be called holding the powerful accountable. But for example, the Biden administration is draining the Strategic Petroleum Reserve, which is one of the most valuable assets the United States owns, and selling some of it to China. Now, is it pouring gasoline on the fire to point that out? No, it's called journalism.
Do you think there's anything you do or can do to, obviously every journalist's job, tell the truth, deliver the facts. Is there anything that you ought to be doing to sort of diminish this, what you call balkanization?
Yes, there is, and I'll tell you exactly what it is.
And not just us. I know you have a lot of views on what we ought to be doing, because I'm most curious about how you think about it for yourself.
I'll tell you, and that's de-racialize things, okay? The scariest thing that could happen to America is to wind up in a country that cleaves along racial lines. Because that's just Rwanda. Like, that's a cul-de-sac. We know where that ends. And identity politics is the root there.
And you think people left and right who see you both, your friends and your enemies who see you doing that.
Please, let me just answer your smart question, because I think it's an important one. So the most important thing we can do, and we should do, people who have an audience, is to de-racialize the conversation. The Democratic Party is like, it's white people, white men versus everybody else. I hate that. That's not true. And if you look at the numbers, and I've been highlighting this, not because I want to help the Republican Party, which I despise. I hope that's clear. I don't ever want to defend the Republican Party, which does not represent me. What I want to do is point out that the divisions are not fundamentally racial. Look at Biden's approval numbers among self-described Hispanics. I think it's 24%. Now, you could say that's good news for the Republicans. Again, I really don't care, and I mean it. It's good news for America. That what's not happening is white people over 50 versus everybody else. You don't want that. That is an unsolvable divide. What you're seeing now is people lining up on the basis of their actual interest, not racial interest, actual interest, mostly economic interest, against the people who are hurting them, which is the people in charge. I really believe that.